Hi, Kevin Blanch. I'm at mile marker 25 on I-80 on the Nevada-Utah border. We come out here gambling. Everybody in Utah does. This is called Wendover. Everybody in Utah spends their weekends on the border towns gambling because the Mormons don't gamble. But anyway, this is what everybody calls the Utah tree. And there's so much ignorance and so much spew, I'm going to set the record straight on what the Utah tree is. You hear all kinds of morons babble off. Of course, what the tree is here, there was an environmental artist. Environmental art is scattered out through this desert. There's a lot of it out here. People in Utah, people around don't even know. But anyway, there's a famous environmental artist from the Middle East did this. He was traveling across, drove across this landscape. Wow, this landscape is so bizarre and so strange. You know, nobody had a clue that Utah's desert looks like this. And it's almost surreal. It is. It's strange landscapes out here on the salt flat. So he built this. Spent $1 million building it. Got a permit from the state of Utah. Built this tree. Later in life, I believe he's passed away. He donated this tree to the state of Utah. Well, the state of Utah proposed, they had a bunch of funding from artists all over the world to build a environmental art park out here. I mean, this land's not worth anything, but you know, the bombing range is right over here. Bonneville Salt Flats right here. But so, of course, the neocons got wind of it in the legislature, and they're art haters. So they voted it down because they hate it. I mean, they think art is taking a rock and roll song and turning it into a country and western. That's about as artsy as they get. Or they might have some biblical, real anal painting hanging on the wall that's... It's the same old adage as, why do conservatives listen to talk radio for 6-8 hours a day? They listen to back. In this state, Sean Hannity plays on the major thing for 4 hours. People will really, I'm serious, I know people listen to it 4 hours solid, then Glenn Beck to her. Here's the difference. The liberal mind listens to music. When they're driving in their car, or they're at work or home, creative, dynamic minds listen to music. It was said thousands of years ago. That is the difference. That is what makes a person intelligent. It's the dynamics of listening to music and not some regurgitated old rock and roll song ruined into a country song. That is not creativity. But anyway, you know, as I gamble out here, we go gambling every week. I'll give you an update on my gambling. That truck right over there, I call that Lava Man the truck. I claimed him. Lava Man's the greatest claimer in California history. They claimed it for, I think, 40,000, 1.5 million. But anyway, that's Lava Man the claimer. I claimed it at the track off a guy. But I'm going to give you out the secrets of my gambling success. I'm a pretty good gambler, believe it or not. I don't bet big money. Gambling can be extremely dangerous to people. Extremely. I've seen many guys just go, you can't do it. You have to really be in control. You turn small money into big money. That's why I play horses, pick fours, pick sixes. You don't win a lot, but when you win, boom. I've turned a profit 5 consecutive years in a row. Now, I hit a couple big parlays last week in football, but here's what I do. It's gotten to the point where you can't handicap it. I take big money line dogs. Dogs. I take 5, 6 of them, and I round robin them. All dogs in a parlay. I'll go 6, 5s, 4s, $200, bet $5 away. I'll go 5, 4s, 3s. I hit 2 of them last week. Got me back in this game. Paid me $6,000, $7,000 off, you know, $300 worth of bets. But that's what I do. I bet small money. These guys, all you gamblers know, if you go to casinos, you always have big front rows I call pervert row. And these morons sit and they think they're competing. Look, a monkey can flip a freaking coin and go 50-50. These guys will sit and scream and yell and carry on, you know, like they're competing. And they, you know, I got this big fat creep guy out here named Mike. He really thinks he's something. Pulls out wads of hundreds like this, and it sits and go back and forth, trading hundreds all day with them, all day. You're never going to make a score that way. So if you're gambling, forget about thinking you're just going to come out, God, I won 60%. Well, you lost money. You know, there's a thing called juice. It ain't going to happen. You can't beat them. They're too sophisticated, smart. So what I do, if I bet sports, I take money line dogs and I round rob. You know, they're Hail Marys, but everybody says, oh, they don't come in. Oh yeah, they do come in. You think you can predict this stuff? Good luck. 85% of all NFL games are won by the team who gets the most turnovers. You can predict turnovers, and you're good. Well, and dogs win. Well, you know, it's the same way I trade the market. I have a very contrarian idealism. If contemporary American, it's proven over and over is wrong 90% of the time. It's like the put to call ratio. It's my favorite thing as a derivative trader. I see it go 90-10. I take the 10 every time. And there's been plenty of studies that prove that the 10 is right about 85% of the time. Same in sports. You know how contemporary America is. Contemporary America is, well, they're idiots. They always get it wrong. They got to, I mean, in every kind of aspect you can think. The masses get it wrong. So that's where you got to be. And the same with this freaking tree. The representation of this tree, you can read into it. And out here, there's another artist who's done these pipes with the moon and the stars and the sun are lined up on the equinox, on the winter solstice and the summer solstice, and they have a big party. It's cooler than hell. I went out there. So there is some environmental art scattered out through this desert. You know, Utah is the art illiterate capital of the world, and I hear the spew about this tree, but I studied art when I was young, before I went into finance. I mean, I always tell the famous story about my famous professor, Arthur Adelman, and Clyde Cooley were both trying to taught me I was doing finance and art, and I remember when I went to Arthur Adelman and told him I was going to switch to finance, and I love what he said. I still love it. He looked at me and he says, "Oh, how disgusting. A life of doing nothing but making money. Oh, how horrible." I think about it all the time. Boy, was he right. He was right. You look at people that live that way. I know people on Wall Street that worth so much money, and it is just, they got no life. But anyway, Kevin Blanch, I'll keep you updated. This is the Utah tree.